Golf 4 Echo Sierra. My name is George. I'm located in Titusville, Florida. And this is the Monday night 2-meter sideband net. Everybody's welcome. Anybody that has 2-meter sideband, come on in here and join with us. We have people from all over Florida, from the northern part of Florida all the way to the southern part of Florida. And right now I've got the beam pointed to the north. This week I did get a different radio. I'm on a FT991A. And so if anybody gives me a report on that, I would appreciate it. See how we're doing it. I had one over to Tampa and picked one up over that way. So anyway, see, I got a couple of in and outs already. N4PDT, he's got a bunch of company over there. Put the badge truck, so he has checked in and out. And Bob, WA1DDP, he's out in Colorado, so I think he's visiting one of his offsprings there. And then I have GPM Buzz checked in from around Jacksonville, and I got Jeb, United Postal Worker, up there in New Smyrna Beach. So anybody else want to check in from the north? Come on now.
Hey, good evening, George. This is KN4ADJ Kilo November 4 Alpha Quebec Juliet, also on a 991 in Edgewater, Florida. Good evening.
Okay, good evening. Let's see, I got West Virginia for Mike. Mike is in there. Good evening, Mike. You work things out with your doctor? All right, appreciate that. So, there's a couple let's see here. All right, let's go to Kilo November 4 Alpha Quebec Juliet. What was your name there?
This is Keith, George. This is Keith up in Edgewater, and thank you for taking my check-in. I hope everything's doing good. Also on a 991 radio like you there, so that's all good, and hope you're having a good evening. This is KN4ADJ Keith, back in Volusia County, Edgewater, back to net control.
Okay, Keith. Yeah. Sooner or later, I'm going to get your call memorized here, brother. But, all right, hang on. Anybody else from the north want to check in? Come on now.
AA4UPW.
Whiskey Delta 4, Sierra Echo November.
Sierra Echo November. What's the name on that?
Name here is Ray, George. Good evening.
Oh, Ray from New Smyrna Beach up there with Jim.
Roger on that.
Okay, hold on. We'll be back to you here in just a few minutes. Anybody else from the north? Come on now. Oh, nothing heard. All right, let's go on up to Buzz from Jacksonville. Gallons per minute. Buzz, come on aboard. How you doing this evening?
Hey, George. Well, we're doing pretty good. The cool weather has set in, and it was nice to get outside and do the yard work today compared to what it was like a couple weeks ago with the 100% humidity and 85-degree temperatures. So regarding the radio, had fun over the weekend on 1296. There was a little bit of tropo going on, and we made a few contacts there. And I guess since last week we had the 432 sprint on Wednesday night, and I think I made 10 QSOs on that band. The turnout wasn't as good as I wanted, but still made a few contacts anyway. So we got the antenna south here, listening for the rest of your 2-meter crowd. Maybe we'll hear a few of them tonight. WG4ES, WA4GPM.
Okay, Buzz, very good. Yeah, over the weekend, 10 meters is open, and it's open this morning, too. It's been on fire. So people from all over the world, especially Russia. I don't know what it is with Russia, man. We had a pipeline going to Russia the last 3 days. All right, well, let's see. We got a pipeline going up to New Smyrna Beach. James, United Postal Worker, come on aboard.
Hello, hello. Happy Monday, everybody. Another week. Here we go. This is KA4UPW James up in New Smyrna Beach, Echo Lima 98 Mike X-Ray. And I'm here with all the 991A garage tonight. But George, audio sounds great. Spot on frequency with that radio, and it's not drifting. So there you go. And the same with Ray. He's now got a 9700, so he's on frequency. And boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what, I don't have to use the RIT anymore. Take that knob and glue it. Anyhow, recording is running. I have a new microphone, or another microphone, pulling audio straight from the radio. And that's until I get the tap off this microphone, the studio mic, that'll feed both the radio and the computer simultaneously. I got all the parts in the mail today for it, or at least the last of the parts came today. So now it's a matter of wiring everything up and doing the audio balancing. Played with the audio a little bit yesterday and on HF, and I'm told I've already been texted that there's a high level of noise on me right now, so I can't do much about that. We'll just have to deal with it tonight, and then tomorrow I'll work on it. I use the same mic and setup for both radios. I just have a switch that switches the mic between radio NA and radio B. And sometimes it's the both radios, even though they're both icons, act a little bit differently, and gotta get the setting set, kind of the best of both for the best of both worlds. But that's where I'm at. It's always a project. Let's see what else. Sunday, a couple guys came up, guys come over. We stretched some 7/8 hardline across the shack, and in preparation for Tower 2 to go up. The second tower is going to house some EOC stuff, and my par omnis are going to go up there at a full 50 foot, so I'll be able to actually enjoy the best of both worlds of having the omnidirectionals and the ID. In addition, now I've measured the isolation noise and the loss of that line, so I'm going to order my preamp for the bars to make up for the heavy cable losses that mass mounted your preamp. So always projects, but or at least every time you finish one, you close the door and move on to the next. Hopefully, sometime in the next year, by this time next year, this shack will be up and running on all bands. But anyhow, back to net control, and yep, my readers tell me a key too long. So.
Okay. Well, I don't think you ever finish up a shack. You're always doing something, changing things around, and adding radios and antennas. 7/8 hardline. My gosh, I hope you didn't have to pay retail for that. You could buy a house for what that was going to cost. But anyway, thanks for being there, James. We'll be back to you just a little bit here. Okay, WA1DDP Bob, he checked in by proxy. He's out. He flew his airplane out to Colorado. So he's out there right now, and we'll be back next week. All right, let's see. We got Buzz. He was in there. And let's see. Yeah, let's go to West Virginia 4. Mike, come on aboard. is getting a painkiller over there, so you can always resort to some of that. So that stuff you brought back from the mountain. All right, well, let's talk to you in the morning. All right, well, let's go off here to Keith, ADJ. Keith, come on board. How you doing?
We're doing okay there, George. It's good to hear you on the other net the other day. I'm going to be also doing the Polycillometry Radio Club's Sky One net. I'll be filling in for Barry, I guess, tomorrow and another week from tomorrow as well. So if you hear me on there, that'll be me doing that. I got the preamble, so I'll be taking care of that tomorrow, and we're doing okay. I went to the urologist, a kidney doctor, and he said I seem to be doing well, healing well from my kidney cancer surgery. So I'm dealing with that, and I got a follow-up CT scan, the first one in December, to do that at the 3-month mark. So that's next on the itinerary for that. So other than that, we're doing okay. Just enjoying a little bit of the cool weather there, and hopefully everybody else is doing good. And it's good to have a functioning radio that I can talk to you guys on here. So with that, I'll give it back to you there, George. This is KN4AQJ, Keith in Edgewater, and back to net control.
All right, Keith, very good, yeah. Well, you know, so far, I like the radio, I like the way it works, but the display is awfully small, and of course it doesn't have the video out like my other one does. But I did order a big magnifier I'm going to stick in front of it. It should be here tomorrow, so that'll help. So your kidney thing, did you actually have a kidney replacement?
What they did is they saw a mass on the right-hand side. There's a mass on the right-hand side, and it got slightly bigger over the last year, so they went in and they cryogenically froze it. They cut you a little bit and stick a probe type of thing in there, and they do the biopsy at the same time, and then they stick like a snake-looking thing, and it goes to your kidney, and what they do is they freeze it, and it takes about a half hour, and it's a half hour of pure hell. I guess that's all I can describe it, but they go in there and they freeze that thing off, and then they do a CT scan 2 hours after the procedure's done to make sure there's no bleeding and stuff, and then you got 5 years of tests, to see if anything else has popped up or anything, but it wound up being something called papillary renal cell carcinoma type 1. The type 2 is the worst, more aggressive one. This wasn't that, but it was still cancerous, malignant. So thank God they got it in time there, right?
All right, Keith. Yeah, I remember you talking about that last year. You're having problems with that. So thank God they got in there and got it. Yeah, so best of luck with that, and we'll be on here tomorrow night with your weather net. So that'll be good. So thanks for being there, Keith, and have yourself a good evening. All right, well, let's go on and back up to New Smyrna. Ray, Sierra Echo November. Ray, come on aboard.
Good evening, George and Annette. WD4SEN New Smyrna Beach. Not much to report here. It's been kind of a quiet week. Got a few things done around the house, got the yard done, and those kinds of domestic chores. I'm going to get out of here shortly. I've got some company that's been up here over the weekend and want to visit with them before they head out in the morning. So we'll say 7-3 and back to you, George.
All right, Ray. Well, I appreciate you taking the time and coming out and checking in with us. And maybe he gave you a chance to show your radio off a little bit to your company there. So have yourself a great evening. I appreciate you being there. All right, well, you're down to the bottom of the list here, so anybody else want to check in from the north, come on now. All right, nothing being heard. I'm going to swing the beam down around past the east side. Of course, I'm not going to pick that thing down there, maybe out of those. We're going to get down to the southern part. And see, I know Bob's not going to be down there, but maybe KathyAnn or Charlie, one of those might be down in there. So let's see here. Who else out? Here's the Keith. This is all 4 FOCS. And this is Monday night, 2 meters sideband net. And anybody from the south want to check in, come on out. Okay, hold on, guys. KY4F Dave, we got you. And Barry, I got you. Okay. And the other one was Echo November India. What's your name on that?
The name is Rich. Kilo, Echo November India.
Okay, Rich. You're not Rich the author, are you?
Rich, India Charlie Hotel Rich. Kilo, Echo November India.
Okay, hold on, I'll be back to you in just a minute here. All right, let's go on up here to N4, KY4F. Hey, come on, boys.
Good evening, George. Everybody else in the net. Glad you can hear me. We checked in again tonight. I got home again early tonight. Well, on time, so I can check into the net, so that's great. Heard you guys up to the north. That sounds good. Antenna's still not as good as it used to be, so I've got some water intrusion up the feline or something like that. I'm not sure what's going on. Not quite as good as it used to be. I used to hear much better than I can now, so maybe when I relocate my tower here in the next couple of months, maybe I'll have some time to look at the antenna. And heard very quite well, but the other station, if I'm beaming north, I couldn't hear very well. And I missed the first part of your comments. Did you get a new radio, George? I heard your comments about the display, but everything's getting smaller for me too. WD4EF, KY4F.
Yeah, I went over, picked up a used 991A out of Tampa. Earlier this week was Wesley, and he bought a 450. Yaesu 450 for his mobile. So anyway, I wanted something a little newer and just kind of fit the bill. So just trying it out tonight. First time I used it.
Yeah, some of the comments the other people have. To me, you're more on frequency than the other radio. Perfect audio, perfect quality. I guess it's the way you radio to work. Works without any issue.
Yep, that's good. That's primarily what I want for is this little 2 meter sideband here. So I want to get a different headset and boom mix for it. All right, well, like Dave, appreciate you being there. And I know you worked all day in your time, so I appreciate you checking in and taking the time to do that. Got anything else for you?
No, I'll just sit back here and listen to the others, see what we're at.
All right, Dave. Thanks, guys. All right, let's go to Barry. N4NMF Berry, come on aboard.
Hey, good evening there, George and Dave and everybody else on the net. I just jumped in here about 2 minutes ago. Just said you were going to the south here, so that was pretty good timing, I guess. But, yeah, I've been busy on the project the last 2 days. It's beautiful the last 2 days. It might be the last time I'm on this storm, but it's not. At least, there's something out in the yellow. I'm working on the map here. Can't quite get it finished today. Hopefully I'll get the electric cables put on it. Get back to business here. The antennas on the map here. By the weekend. Of course, I'm not going to be around much for a couple of weeks anyway. So something tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and be around. So, probably won't be around much until I check in this net. Into this net the night before our club meeting. That's going to be probably the next time we get on here. But, no, I got you just fine here, George, as well. We were able to get 5 minutes. The same thing with Dave. Dave's going to pass through me anyway, so it's fine. So we'll see what happens when I get to the sideband game. I might have to turn my attenuator on with that. I don't know. You guys, but we'll see if I can hear anybody up north or out west or anything. So that's kind of cool. Or even down south for that matter. A little sketchy in those 3 locations with the discount here. And I'm hearing you just fine in the range towards me there, so it's no problem at all. So hopefully you hear me okay on the discount on this job. Thanks for running up there, George. Appreciate it. And I don't know if I'll stick around the second round or not. I'm pretty tired. I'm working on this project. Anyway, I'll get it back to you, and probably in a couple of weeks, I guess. Maybe on your Thursday morning. I took a day and that was Keith's Thursday night. I'm on any net at all this week. Well, that's going to be it. I'm out tomorrow and Wednesday before. So 7-3, I'll get it back to you this week. Thanks so much for running the net. And hopefully it's fun to check in. Like I said, I just jumped in here a couple of weeks ago, so I'm not sure who all I've been with it. Steve and myself. So 7-3, WG4ES on 4NMF.
Okay, Barry. Now, where are you going to go on this cruise? Didn't you just get back from a cruise not too long ago?
I don't know. I just found May is, I was even on a cruise in May. I don't know, we still working for the meeting. So I've been on a cruise for a while, actually. Mike went to Italy a few weeks ago. I wasn't on that. On that adventure, so that's pretty much been here since last May.
Okay. Where are you going to go?
We're going to, well, we've got to fly up to Europe, for about a day. I'm taking a trip up to Newport, Rhode Island, East Harbor, Maine, Portland, Maine, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland. So I haven't been to Newfoundland before, so that'll be an adventure. I haven't been to Halifax since I was in the Coast Guard. I've been retired 25, 26 years. There was a few years before I retired since I was up there too. So it's probably been a good 35 years since I've been to Nova Scotia there. So looking forward to that. So it should be fun. That's what we're going to do. The weekend after that, we're going back up north with mother-in-law and now I'm not really going to come down here in February for vacation. It's been doing for the last couple of years. So yeah, going to be busy next few weekends here.
All right, very well. You're a Florida boy now. You know, it's going to be cold up there, so you're going to have to take your heavy coat and everything. So have a good time, but I'm sure we'll talk before you get going. All right, well, let's go on over to Echo November Sierra. Come on aboard. Echo November Sierra. Rich, you still there? Yeah, nothing heard there. Anybody else want to check in for the 2-meter sideband net? How about KathyAnn? You around, Kathy?
KD0VNT, yes I am. I'm right here.
Well, good evening. KD0VNT. How you doing, Kathy?
Doing very well. Came back from a week up in Jacksonville with my daughter and son-in-law and 2 grandbabies. And just had a wonderful time eating and coddling and just having a great time being a grandma.
That's wonderful. Well, that's going to cut into your practice time for the Christmas show, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been practicing quite a bit since I practiced up there and I practiced here too, so I'm still at it.
Very good. I just heard from Bob. He sent me a text a little bit ago. He's out in Colorado. They flew the S10 or something. What are the experimentals they flew out there?
Sounds wonderful. I guess it's pretty nice weather, so looks like it's going to be some good flying in the next couple of days. I guess a little bit of rain coming at the end of the week.
Yeah. I always said that, if you got the time, go ahead and fly, but if you haven't got the time, get in the car and drive.
Absolutely, yeah. But I went up to Ocala, where was I? Not Flagler, but Ormond. Went up to Ormond Beach the other day. But my husband was a little bit nervous. He hasn't flown with me for too long, so I needed to get him back in the plane so it gets a little bit more comfortable again. Weather wasn't bad, but you just have to be careful with it.
Did he take the pictures, of course?
No, didn't do that.
I'm surprised he can let you do all that, and he doesn't want to jump in there and have some fun too. But anyway, that's great. And thanks for being there, Kathy. I know I missed you last week, so glad you're back. Got anything else before we move on?
No, life is good. Just want to say 73 to the whole mess, and glad that folks are on.
All right. Well, thanks for being there. All right. CQ. Anybody else from the south want to check into the 2 meters sideband net? Come on up. Echo November Sierra. Excuse me. Echo November India. Come on board. Okay, you're right down in the noise there. Where did you say you're at? Fort Pierce, is that correct? All right, well, thanks for checking in here. Not real strong. I'm able to make it out, but what are you running for radio and antenna down there?
Thanks for hosting that, George, and we'll catch up later on. Have a great evening, and 73 CK4 E9 clear.
Yes, what you're running for radio and antenna.
All right, 7-3. We'll catch you again. Anybody else from the south want to check into the 2 meter Monday night sideband net? Come on now.
Kilo 2 India Lima K2IL.
RIL.
Yeah, it's Kilo 2 India Lima. Kilo 2 India Lima. Down in Fort Pierce, over.
Okay, the Kilo 2 India Lima from Fort Pierce. So come on board.
Okay, I think the name is George. I'm a neighbor of Rich, KK4ENI. Give me a call again so I can write it down and keep a notation of it. I know we've worked before, but I misplaced the call. This is the name is Steve, Sierra Tango Easy, Victor Easy Steve, and this is Kilo 2 India Lima, over.
All right, Steve, I do believe I recall when we worked before. It's Whiskey Golf 4, Echo Sierra, WG4EF. My name is George, and I'm located on the north side of Titusville. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, I think I got the beam just about in your direction. You're a good solid 9 here. And you were Rich about the only 2 stations I'm here, and I heard, I believe Kathy, I didn't get her call, but I did hear her briefly every week. But the other stations I wasn't able to hear. I got the beam pointed up along the coast. So Monday. WG4ES. We got the wrong quote. WG4ES K2IL, over.
Your +9, your S9 signal here in New Smyrna.
Jim, can you hear him down there in Fort Pierce?
I hear him very good. He's S9 plus.
All right, well, Steve, Jim was up there and just south of Daytona, and he's got a copy on you. Can you hear Jim?
Roger, what's Jim's call, over?
Go ahead and give me your call there, Jim.
Kilowatt America 4, United Papa Whiskey, KA4UPW.
KA4 United Papa Whiskey, is that correct?
QSL.
Okay, fine, Jim. Yeah, you're about an SA here, but an SA, we got about 12 armor beam going up the coast, and we're pushing about a kilowatt here right now, a kilowatt. But, what's your location again, over?
New Smyrna Beach, just a little south of Daytona here, about 5 miles off the shoreline.
Okay, well, you're pretty well up there a bit. So, yeah, no problem at all copying here, Jim, over.
Yeah, no, nice copy here. In fact, I get about the same signal on you, vertical or horizontal, so I don't know, the conditions are kind of strange tonight.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't know if we got any kind of trouble open here. I didn't check the map. I just walked into the station here and I saw a group on 210 here, and I just remembered that there was a net going on Monday, so I'm glad I was able to catch it tonight, over.
Yeah, very good, yep. And I hear some voices in the background, so maybe you're going to have somebody to the west here tonight too, George. Anyhow, nice signal up here. Join in at any time. Love to hear the extra traffic. And I'll turn it back over to George down there in that control.
All right, Steve, appreciate you being there. Yeah, you got a great signal there. Turn running a kilowatt. You're challenging Jim there. I think he runs 1,500 watts. But anyway, thanks for checking in. We appreciate that. And anybody else from the south that want to check in, come on up. Anyone, anywhere from the south, below Titus, come on now. All right, nothing being heard. I'm going to bring the beam back up. Got to bring it out over the Atlantic Ocean, and we'll be around. We're going to head out over the western part of Florida here in just a minute. This is WG4ES in Titusville, Florida. And this is the Monday night 2-meter sideband net. The net's been around some 11, 12 years, started by Roger Burby. And we're trying to keep it going. Roger passed away a little over a year ago. All right, this is the Monday night 2-meter sideband net. Anybody want to check in? Come on now.
Whiskey 4, Kilo Bravo X-ray.
Kilo Bravo X-ray. Richard, that you?
That is high. That is high.
Well, come on aboard there. He's our resident author. How you doing there, Rich?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. You're your usual mind, George. I just thought I'd tell you. What's this scuttlebutt about a new radio?
Boy, I know I've been using a couple years old. It's a 991A. And I heard it advertised on the old Goat drop thing on Wednesday morning. And my buddy Wesley and I drove over there. And I bought this one, and he bought there was a 450 ST450. So we were going to pick them both up, but I was looking for one that had a few more bells and whistles than the normal 736. So it seems to work pretty well. I just wanted to find out for you.
Well, it sounds wonderful. It's got a good, solid signal sound, and it makes you sound better than you probably should.
Well, I always thought I was doing better than I was before. So how you doing?
Well, I'm not better. Nothing great to talk about. There's nothing new here. I had a friend, I may have mentioned this before, but that neglected to disconnect his antennas, and we had a hell of an electrical storm, and it took out his Kenwood 850 that he had for years, and he loved that radio. We took it down to a guy in south of Orlando. I can't think of his guy's name is Bill Grossa. You might know about him. And he's just a wonderful guy. Can fix anything. He's an RF engineer by trade. He took a look at it, and my friend dropped it off. And we went home, and a couple hours later, my friend got an email from him, and pretty much all the email said was, "It's a parts radio." So sad, so sad. Well, that's exactly what Bill said. He said, I don't even think I can get parts for this anymore. Like a couple of main circuit boards were just toast. And he said, I doubt if I can find them anywhere, and if I can, that they're going to cost more than the radio's worth. So I think he gave my friend, $30, $40 just for the parts, and he said goodbye. So now he's using. And I think he's about bought it. I had an IC7410, which was my first new radio ever, and I used it for a little while, a couple of months, maybe more than that, and it worked great. Wonderful radio. Not real long on bells and whistles, but I didn't want bells and whistles. I wanted plug and play pretty much. And he said, "Would you sell that to me? I gotta have a radio." So I did. So my old 7410 has a new life. He's got a new radio. Why did I put the 7410 aside? That was when I fell under the lure of Elecraft and bought myself a K3S. Not using it now. I'm using of course you can't. That doesn't do 2 meters without a transverter. This is the IC7100 that I bought from a guy in Illinois, I think. Wonderful little radio. Wonderful little radio. You said 991A. Is that a TC? Is that the initial?
It's the A2FT991A. It's a 7100. I thought 7100 had 2 meters in it.
Well, it does, and that's what I'm talking to you on right now.
I thought you said you're using a transverter. That 7100, I was interested in most of it. They stopped making them, and then they had to get another type authorization because they couldn't get the parts they had been using on them. But that would have stink on it. That was what I was interested in.
Yeah, well, what I said, I guess I garbled it up, is the Elecraft K3S doesn't do 2 meters without a transverter.
That's true.
We got somebody else He checked in. That's the first time he checked in. He did it with 2 blocks. I could hear it down there.
I remember that was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a week or 2 ago, something like that. Yeah, that's amazing. So, those Elecrafts, quite a few Elecrafts.
Actually, I didn't. I built the amplifier and I built the tuner, but I farmed out the building of the radio itself to a guy who was one of Elecraft's anointed official builders, and he did a wonderful job. There hasn't been 1 second of problem with it.
Well, you sound great, absolutely. But, 7100 is also an excellent radio. I don't know if they actually started producing on the new ones under the new type certificate or not.
That I don't know either. This is, I don't know when, I bought it from a guy who bought it, kind of like me. He bought it, and then he almost immediately upgraded to this, that, in a box in his attic, according to him. But I believe him, because I expected it to standard, kind of weathered, maybe a little scratched, and, this thing, it looks like it just came out of the factory. It's absolutely perfect. I was amazed and delighted. And I've had it about 6, 7, 8 months now, and it's been absolutely perfect. Wonderful little radio. Doing some brush up on some stories I had written, trying to get them ready for submission to some publishers and some agents. I have found three new readers, which is real important to me because I have found over the years that if you have some just ordinary human beings out there read your stories and then tell you what they think and what they liked, what they didn't like, what their questions were, that helps. That goes a long way toward getting it ready for a publisher or an agent. So I'm doing that. They're ready now, and I'm starting to send them out to. I've got about 5 readers now. I mean, that are always there for me. Anyway. Okay, boy, it's nice today, isn't it? AC is off, the doors are open all day. Nice. WG4ES, W4KBX. No, I just hope you enjoyed the one I just sent you a little while ago. I won't say anything about it because it would spoil the fun. Okay, George, first couple of pages, they're necessary because they do a lot of scene setting, but when you get to about page 25 or 30, it really starts to churn. Okay, same here, 7-3, good hunting, George. Watching the interweb while I'm listening. Enjoyed some cool weather this morning here. I think it was 45. Anyway, it was nice and cool. Felt good all day. Not much to report. Just kind of fall chores, trying to get some of those caught up. WG4ES and N4TWX. No, sir. Nope, I'll just hang around and try up north at 8 o'clock when Ray comes on here. All right, very good. Appreciate you doing that, Kevin. If everybody else up the northwest, come out. Let's go on down. I'm doing pretty good. Of course, I guess everybody's fantastic over this weather we're having, which is really nice, but it means I got to get out. I can't use the summer heat as an excuse anymore for not getting out and doing yard work, so that starts tomorrow. But anyway, good to see the cooler temperatures, and now we need some cool propagation, I guess. WG4 Enid from KD4LOC. Okay, yeah, I really appreciate that. I got so much work on my towers. I got some antennas and boxes that I want to put up. It'll probably take me all winter if I do get them done. But, got nothing else to do. So anyway, I really appreciate really nice because we're coming up on the year anniversary of, I forgot exactly when that was. I guess mid-October or something. But yeah, I'll be glad to see that go.
Yeah, buddy. That's good. All right, I'll catch you next week. Anything else?
That's about it, George. Thank you.
All right, Dave. Thanks for being there. Anybody else off to the west? Tampa or Orlando? Come on now. All right, nothing there. Let's go on down. Check into the PDS at the next one now. There's nothing doing there. This is the Monday night edition for the 2-meter side band. It's pretty much used up the whole hour. We're just about coming up on 8 o'clock time, so let's see here, there we go, back to the north. So anyway, just want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Appreciate that. And I'll turn it back over to Jim. Jim, you got anything else there, brother?
I do not have anything else. I am beaming due north now, maybe making some noise up in the Georgia area, just in case those guys have fired up their radios early and want to check into our net before the Georgia net starts. But no, not too much. The recorder is running, so that I have everything videoing for I'll get it up later tonight or early tomorrow, depending on how long the upload takes. It takes quite a bit of time sometimes to get these things uploaded, so sometimes, yeah. Anyhow, you'll either see it today or tomorrow. If you haven't looked yet, look me up on YouTube. Go to YouTube and do a search on KA4UPW, my call sign, Kilowatt America 4 United Papa Whiskey. I think it's got enough hits now where you'll at least get one of my videos, and then you can just click to the page and look up the 2-meter sideband net. I've got quite a few of them up there now, and you can just look them up by date, and you can see who was on that night. You can listen to your own signal if you want to see how I heard you, or or maybe something you missed that you want to go back and listen to. Anyhow, still a work in progress. This is the first night with a dedicated microphone for the radio. So let's hope that that picks up the audio a little more balanced. And then all the, like I said earlier, all my parts came in to direct tap off my studio mic here and feed that into the computer for a good clean audio recording. So little by little, week by week, these recordings are getting a little bit better. The first ones were really rough. So anyone who's been watching since the first, thank you for hanging in there. Anyhow, that's all I have for net. Great net, George. It's coming alive. I guess the time of year, I don't know, we're getting more and more people checking in. So back down to you, and this is KA4UPW.
Okay, Dave. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you doing that, putting that on YouTube, and I've listened to them. I'm going to have to blame you for me going and buying this new radio, because I did not like the audio that I was hearing on that tape. Oh, man, that sounds terrible. So anyway, I'm going to blame this on you. So 7-3, we'll catch you later. This is WG4ES, George and Titusville. 7-3, everyone. Look for you again next Monday night.
As long as your wife doesn't blame